Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. If you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, go ahead and use the QR code there or the link in the description, or visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So, as usual, we will be diving right in. I'll take requests from chat and I will grab some crystals for you. You can either request the specific crystals or just your healing intention and I'll pick them for you, whatever works better for you. We will build a beautiful crystal grid together, and then when we're done with that, I'll quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of your session, and then we're going to dive into getting some Reiki. So, yeah, by the way, the Reiki will work whether you're here live or watching on a recording. So let's dive in. I already picked some stones for us. Tonight is a new moon, which is amazing. So I have some stones to help us make the most of this, and then some stones for some of the requests. Welcome in, Chris, Renee, Bella, Jennifer, Allie, Lila Ray, JS. Awesome. Let's go ahead and start with the grid. Cool. So let me just turn the light up, I think. There we go. So I'm starting us off here for anytime it's any kind of lunar cycle or you're working with that lunar energy, Moonstone is superb. Also, Moonstone kind of goes with the vibes of this month. Moonstone also helps with attracting love. It's very connected to the divine feminine, and I often think of it as being connected with the High Priestess in the tarot deck. This helps with women's health and wisdom and knowledge, as well as intuition and also releasing patterns, which this particular new moon is very powerful for. I also added some Galena. This will provide some energy protection, and it'll also help ground and center us. It's wonderful too for reducing inflammation, especially of the skin. It helps with disorders of the veins, and it's also great for mental, emotional transformation. Also helps to calm a chatty mind. It's very much a stone that is thought to help return things that are lost or stolen, and with the winnings of money, like good luck in general. So that's Galena. And Malachite. I'm picking this because it helps us to let go, and this is a good time to do it. So we've got Malachite helps with not only that letting go, but also insomnia, which will help with some of the sleep requests that are in the chat. It helps with depression, anxiety, and processing really difficult emotions. It's also wonderful for fears and phobias, particularly flying. And it can be great for arthritis and inflammation. So that is Malachite, and Malachite's the green one here. So let's go ahead in and see what I have for all of you. No, Gertie, no. You know what? If you're gonna go, you're just gonna go. Nope. Now you're not sure. You're not sure. I know you all loved the outtakes at the end of, sorry about that, at the end of the tarot video. Come on down. Come on. Yeah, come on down. It's safe. It's safe. It's okay. Yeah. Yep. We've been blessed by the kitty cats today. Hi, Flower. Good to see you. Okay, so first let's get up and going with JS had focus and believing in yourself. Let's see. Focus and inner belief. So I got you focus. First thing I'm going to bring in is Bumblebee Jasper. This has a pretty high concentration of, sorry about that, ow, cat just jumping off my leg. This has a high concentration of arsenic, so do be careful. But this brings in the positivity that the yellow would suggest. It's one that's very motivating, especially if it's a lot of people working together. It helps with decision making, vitality, and just energy in general, and definitely helps with mental focus. So let's go ahead and bring this in. This also helps with empowering manifestation. And let's see. For belief in yourself, I think I grabbed... Yeah, I grabbed actually azurite for you. That's what jumped into my hand. So azurite helps with awakening the spiritual self, and it's great for insight, intuition, creativity, and connecting the two if you want to be artistic through your intuition. It helps with indecision and worry. It helps you to be a little bit more focused and a little bit more decisive. Wonderful too for connecting with our spirit guides. Also helps with spinal alignment. So that is azurite. And I also want to bring in looking for, I had this for someone. Allie had that too. Yeah, definitely for focus. That'll help too. This will also help with financial stability, helping us to have better sleep, especially if intuitive nightmares are a factor. But more than anything, it brings us the courage to be ourselves. So that's a lot of personal reassurance. It also helps with leadership and management skills in general. Helpful too for fibromyalgia, and it's thought to help with making decisions, releasing fear, and also, again, those nightmares that would have you up at night and block your ability to sleep. But this is very much courage and trusting yourself. So that is ruby. So we'll bring some ruby around, ruby red. Okay. Also for sleep, I have labradorite. This is lovely for sleep and also really helpful for workplace harmony, studying, definitely detailed attention to everything. So whether you're writing, editing, if you're looking to get a lot of work done, this is very helpful. It's also helpful for clairvoyance and enjoying travel. But more than anything, this can be a helpful stone if you're struggling with customer service, like customer service aspects of your business, or doing that at your job. This can be a really helpful stone to kind of bring in a lot of calm and clearing energy so that you don't bring those cranky vibes home. And let's see. For Lila Ray, something for your son to combat loneliness and help him make friends. Loneliness, making friends. So let's bring in making some friends. Honey calcite helps us to kind of attract our people and to sense them when they're close, like to just sort of know there's something special. It's also great for optimism, and it's thought to help with menopause. So that is honey calcite. I meant to grab. There we go. Sodalite helps with homesickness. It's also really helpful for expression, writing. It's another one that helps with menopause. Don't think that's your son's issue, but you know, some of us might need that help. I'm in super secret, or what is it, double secret menopause. I had my ovaries out 10 years ago, and now I'm on anastrozole and stuff so I don't feed the cancer. Yeah, it's been fun. The hormones have been a lot of fun. But this is also helpful for grounding impulses. So if you know anyone that's working through certain impulses like gambling and things like that, sodalite can be helpful for that as well. Okay. Let's see. So I hope that that helps your son. So creativity and motivation we got. Azurite's definitely there for creativity. Restful sleep. And let's also do, I was going to do fluorite because of the, I know the focus. JS had a request for the focus. And for that, I'd like to bring in the fluorite. Fluorite helps with essentially making order from chaos. It's really helpful for things like organizing, but also clearing priorities and getting down to business, like the thing, like being able to set those priorities and the list of things that need to happen in what order. It helps with protection, especially against psychic manipulation, and it helps with discernment between really like real world earth stuff and spirituality. So that is fluorite. Awesome. I hope you three have an awesome rest of your evening. Nico, good to see you. Okay. And for Bella Jennifer, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, Lemurian quartz, prism, okay. Cool. So let's do this. So here is prism, which was a gift to us from belladonnasbotanicals.com, Bella Jennifer in the chat. This helps with reflecting bright light and all of the different colors of the rainbow in every direction. This helps to bring the light to different places. It also helps to break up stuck energy. I absolutely love it. There we go. With Lemurian quartz. This one is super helpful for past life recall, for healing the inner child, and even earlier in life, like childhood traumas. Helpful too for learning about yourself as you go through your spiritual journey. There we go. This is a really lovely stone if you're doing any kind of like rebirthing or even ancestor work too. Apophyllite helps with physical rejuvenation and lots of intuition. This one helps with accessing the Akashic records, with accessing the spirit realms, meditation, working through past lives, any kind of intuitive endeavor, whether that's reading tarot cards or scrying or runes, all of it. Very helpful. It's also great for astral travel, clairvoyance. There we go. And for logic as well, logic and thinking. So if you have a hard time splitting your intuition and your logic, apophyllite can be a really helpful tool. Rhodochrosite helps with mother-child healing and healing mother-child wounds, but this is also good for new moms and newborns. This is very calming, very reassuring, especially of the heart center. It helps with stress headaches, it helps with asthma, and it's also thought to be helpful for connecting with the ancestors as well as our deceased pets. So we will go ahead and put some rhodochrosite here and here. And next we'll move on to rhodonite. This is often thought of as the divorce stone or the breakup stone. Excellent for broken heart stuff, abandonment, and also unrequited love. wonderful too for the lungs, allergies, anything autoimmune related. Also helps with anyone that is struggling with insecurities, especially insecurities from past emotional abuse. So that is rhodonite. Let's see. Trying to keep everything lined up. My floor is shaking. I don't know if that's a truck nearby, an oil refinery, or an earthquake. We'll find out soon enough. And silicone. So Jennifer also gifted us silicone, and I've never worked with it before, so I'm going to look it up. Looks kind of like hematite, but it's much lighter. So I'm just going to go ahead and look that up. Silicone, silicone, silicone. Not in here. Hopefully in the Big Mama. Let's see, silicone. Jen, if you use it for anything, let us know. Nope, not in here either. Yeah, Jen, how do you work with silicone? You use silicone for speed and communication. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to do a lot more research on this and meditation with it too. So that is silicone. Thank you, Jen. And okay, cool. Cool, so we got all Jen's stones out. I'm sure it has some other uses, but that there is interesting enough. So Renee, something that would help you to channel, make contact with ETs. Absolutely. Apophyllite, probably. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. So let's bring in some prehnite. Prehnite is lovely for learning anything. So this is a great teacher stone. It is especially helpful for spiritual learning, but it helps with calming a wandering mind during meditation as well. But this also helps with things like lucid dreaming, accessing the spirit realms, prophecy, divination, that kind of stuff. So prehnite can be really helpful. I've seen folks use it for that. I'm going to bring in pink opal. This one helps with self-healing, but also connection to the higher realms of the angels and the ancestors. Also helps with journeying and things too. Helps with connective tissue, diabetes, hypoglycemia, and merging your intuition with like your regular mind. Citrine is also great for that. So I'm going to put that in here. Yeah, I definitely would have grabbed apophyllite if it wasn't already there. So I think that should help. And if I think of anything else, oh, I know what will help. It'll also help attract good things. This is Super 7. This helps with intuition, connection with the spirit and the divine. It helps with strengthening your aura, and it's great for channeling, telepathy and things like that too. Helps with harmony and unity consciousness, that we're all one, and also with earth healing and past lives and karma. So that is Super 7. So I hope that that helps. Awesome. I'm going to have to tidy this up in a moment, but okay, gotcha. I hope that that helps. I also saw let's see. And flower, you asked for stones for neuropathy. I've got two. So pink tourmaline is really helpful. This is more for the neuralgia side, like more of like pain side of it. Not so much the numbness or the weakness, but I've got something else to help with that. So pink tourmaline, in addition to being good for neuralgia and migraines and stuff, it also helps with GYN issues, fertility, mother-baby bonding, spinal issues, especially spinal injuries, and also with muscle weakness. This is a stone too that can help us with our image of ourselves. If we have a negative self-image, pink tourmaline can be really helpful to redefine that. So there we go. And hang on one moment. There we go, that should be better. The next is amazonite. This is lovely for everything having to do with the nerves. It also has a nice calming and relaxing impact. It helps too with luck in terms of like winning something. Also helps with self-respect and self-care, and I know that's been high on a lot of our lists lately. Helps too with things like discernment and making decisions. So that is amazonite. This is a great stone for anyone that puts everybody else first and lacks thinking of themselves or caring for themselves. So this is a great gift for like a nurse. So that's amazonite. I hope that helps, flower. You'll put in a good word for us if you make contact. Yes, please do. Please do. Okay, cool. So let's get some of Chris's request. We have apophyllite in there. We're going to do herkimer, celestite, there we go, iolite, labradorite's already in there. Okay, cool. So let's dive in there. Citrine helps with attracting material abundance. So money, definitely helpful stone there. Also helps with balancing logic with intuition, helpful for things like nausea and fibromyalgia. Often thought of for things like compulsions and addictions. And good at helping us make good financial decisions. So that is citrine. Pyrite is fool's gold. And we like to think that the fool's gold brings in the real stuff. So it definitely helps to attract financial help. It's helpful for the lungs, fever, and it's very protective too. It's one that helps you to make the most of a Reiki session. It's also helpful for the memory as well as just the brain in general. It's also thought to help with things like radiation sickness. Green aventurine helps us to see an expanded version of what we think we're capable of. If you tend to play small, if you lack confidence, aventurine's really helpful, particularly green aventurine. This also helps with eye problems, fertility, there we go, and finding our way on our soul's journey. It's one that helps as well with heart rhythms and learning, especially learning computer skills. Anything that you think is beyond your capability to learn, that can help. Iolite is great for shamanic work. This may actually help with Renee's request. So this helps with definitely shamanic work and also psychic sleep disturbances as well. But it's also helpful for money management and weight loss. So that is iolite. Carnelian is the stone of the second chakra, and it has to do with everything about relationships, like how we relate to people more broadly, but also our romantic relationships and sexuality as well. This is thought to help with fertility, IBS, cold, allergies, disordered eating patterns, and creativity. So that's carnelian. This can also help people to work together better, and it can help kind of call upon a spiritually grounded relationship. Angelite, just like it sounds, from the angels. This helps with everything from connecting to your spirit guides and angels and just feeling connected to source, all the way to spiritual protection, understanding things like astrology, as well as astral travel and telepathy. So another one that will help Renee. This is also thought to help with our experience during sound healing. So if you enjoy sound healing, try bringing some angelite with you. See if you notice a difference. Leopard skin jasper helps with healing our animals. And it's also lovely for coordination and balance, as well as attracting a soulmate and healing anything that has to do with the skin. This is also a good one if you're looking to connect with your animal guides. So that's leopard skin jasper. Hello, I hear you, Gertie. Celestite is also an angelic stone. This helps to connect with the angels, your guides, and spirit in general, but it's also helpful for discerning what's your thoughts, what's your fears, and what's intuition if you're having a hard time figuring that out. If you are, blue kyanite's helpful too. This also helps with clarity of thought and creativity, particularly things like art and music. Okay. So that is celestite. And Herkimer diamond, wonderful for acceptance. Also helpful for boosting anything we're manifesting. And it can also bring in a lot of relaxation and a lot of harmony. If you're looking to balance the energy of very different people, this can be a really helpful stone. It also helps with just balancing energies in general. and metabolism, as well as intuition. So that is Herkimer diamond. There we go. Awesome. So we got all those in. Oh, and amethyst. So amethyst is helpful for sleep, relaxation, and personal accountability, particularly in recovery. If someone's looking to, if you're recovering from drug or alcohol addiction, this can be a really helpful stone. It's also wonderful for that unity consciousness, the interconnectedness of all. It helps us to understand our dreams, and it's great for things like blood clotting, blood clearing. Wonderful for purification rituals, for headaches, OCD, grief. It's excellent for grief. And helping to relieve extra emotional burden that you just don't need to be carrying. So that is amethyst. Yeah, tell the aliens send help. Hey, Lemon, it's good to see you. I was away for a while. I was on a health hiatus because I had breast cancer, so that might have been why too. But yeah, I just came back like a little over a month ago, something like that. It's really good to be back. Really good to be back. Really good to see you. So let's go ahead. Last call. Last call for crystals. Don't be shy. I'm happy to put some more in there for you. I'm just going to look at kind of organizing this grid. Let's put some leopard skin jasper there. I find that when I do my grids more on the fly, I guess, more organically, it just sort of flows differently and it feels better to me. Feels like grounding. Let's see. Let's go ahead. That looks better already. Yeah, last call for crystals. Go ahead and put some in. I'm going to put some in for world peace because, yes, please bring it. Numite, you like that one with the tektite. I don't know if I have any tektite, to be honest with you. In fact, I know I don't. But I do have numite. Numite it's a really cool stone. So it's black, but it also has this kind of flashes of light in, see that? That is called labradorescence. Even though it's not labradorite, the way that it reflects light is called labradorescence. So numite is helpful for protection, spiritual protection for you, for your stuff, for your house. Put it near anything you want to be protected. It also helps with transcending the spirit realms and the physical realms. Wonderful for finding the gem in the muck. If you're digging to do self-healing work, this is a stone that will help you when you're in the darkness to reflect that light back at you, to help you along the way. Yeah, definitely for shadow work, eyesight, fortitude, memory. So that is Numite, Nuummite. Cool. World peace for sure. World peace for sure. There we go. Gotcha. Cool, Korakar. We've got Moonstone and Pre-Night in there. So let's do Ametrine. Got Ametrine here. Garnet, Jade, Red Coral. Cool, so let's dive in with some red coral. There we go. Coral is, as far as using it as a healing crystal, this was actually gifted to me many years ago, and the white crystal I found on the beach. Sometimes they're grabbed not so in a not so eco-friendly way. Red coral specifically helps for making decisive action, being really clear, and getting clarity when things are really really confusing, or just sort of feels like something's off. And definitely this whole month is going to feel like there's something we don't know. We don't have all the details yet. Red coral's great for that. It also helps with trusting yourself, lots and lots of confidence and grounding. Helps with protecting women from misogyny. So definitely we could always use this. But it helps with things like diplomacy and harmony, so that if you're communicating, even if it's something challenging, this can help you to maybe come off a little bit more peaceful. Helps too with depression, hopelessness, and this one helps with the kidneys and bladder as well. So that is red coral. Where shall we place you? There we go. Okay. We'll go ahead and we'll bring in some jade. This is peace of body, mind, and spirit. It's good fortune, it's blessings, it's making your dreams become reality. This also helps with big confidence and resourcefulness. Helps with grounding stress and prioritizing yourself when needed. It's very empowering. And if you're doing any dream work, it can be very helpful as well. Okay, so that's jade. Ametrine is all the combined love of citrine and amethyst, both of which we have in. But ametrine in and of itself is both amethyst and citrine. So this helps with clearing the aura, and wonderful for meditation, reaching higher consciousness. It helps to release blockages on all levels, and it also helps us to kind of curb the negative self-talk. It's also good for like the mental emotional programs, like the things that may have been said to us once upon a time and they keep playing out. Ametrine's helpful for that. But most of all, it's helpful for social justice. So let's bring that in. Garnet helps with organization, courage, creativity. This is a very Capricorn stone. This is a very, let's get to work, let's be smart about how we work, let's stand up and let's be ourselves. This also helps with finding any kind of sense of balance in times of upset, upheaval, in times of challenge, and just in times of disarray. I also wanted to bring in Aqua Aura because this, I think, really complements the energy of this evening. This here is Aqua Aura. Aqua Aura is clear quartz that's been put through a man-made process using 24 karat gold, giving it this sort of a coloring of blue. So lots of folks don't work with these because they are kind of altered, but I've found them really helpful. This is great for depression, sadness, loneliness, grief, but also psychic protection, the throat chakra, and intuition, mystical connections, helping to connect to all of the different realms, etc. So that is Aqua Aura. So let's put that there. And I wanted to bring in some pink kunzite. Pink kunzite helps with love, compassion, especially love after heartache, but it's everything you would need to be kind of a soothing balm for the heart center. It also helps with hormones for everyone, especially puberty. Wonderful too for allergies, skin sensitivities, those kinds of things. This is also a stone for neuralgia, so just putting it out there, Flower, this will also work for him. Or them, not sure. This is also thought to help with sleepless babies. Yeah. This is another one too that's thought to be helpful with like toxic people, toxic situations. Pink kunzite. And one last one. I'm going to do some Dalmatian jasper because the energy of the night is definitely favoring like letting go of what no longer serves. Dalmatian jasper has black tourmaline running through it, so that's what it gives it those sort of spotted look. Black tourmaline helps to repel and dispel negative energy, so when it's going through this, it's as though it's going through your energy field. So this helps to like deep clean your aura and your energy field. Helps too with spiritual protection, as well as keeping your composure in difficult times. It helps with digestive issues like IBS and Crohn's, and it's great for kind of holding a space for cooperation. It's also, and this is why I'm grabbing it, it's great for letting go of the past, which is definitely something cosmically that we could use. So let's do, yeah, I think this is looking great. Everybody, thank you for all of the support, all of the guidance, all of the ideas along the way. And let's go ahead and maybe get into the Reiki. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Korakar. Yeah, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. All that good YouTuber stuff that I always forget about. So this is that time where I explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to make the most of your session tonight for anyone that's new. And for those of you who are not new, or maybe those who are, I encourage you to help us lift the energy of where you are at, where we all interconnect, and just in the universe in general. The easiest way to lift energy is to just think about the things we're grateful for. Think about the gratitudes we have. So feel free to add those into the comments while I rattle off about Reiki. Know that the things that you enter in the chat will come up on the screen in the next scene. So just letting you know that there. And so grateful to have y'all here. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into the explaining. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I have been teaching Reiki for 17 years now. So if you would like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing session or a tarot reading, go ahead and check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com right here. If you would like, you can also use this QR code right about here, and there's a link in the description. So what is Reiki? Reiki has become kind of a catch-all term for energy healing. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. It's just one style or practice or form of working with energy. There are many as you can possibly imagine. So this particular style was created in 1920s Japan during a time of real upset and tumult in Japan, where teaching anyone about religions was not only frowned upon, it could be seriously punishable, like in the worst way. So Usui found this way to help people reconnect to their understanding of healing energy. In Japan, the indigenous spirituality is Shintoism. And in Shintoism, everything has a soul. Everything, everyone, everything has a soul, and we're all interconnected. It's thought that within this interconnectedness, there are different kind of energy frequencies, if you will, but that we can, with minimal training, basically connect with that and direct that energy to someone else to help support them in the healing process. We could also direct it to ourselves. I feel firmly that anyone can work with this energy. I don't feel like the universe waits for someone to teach you or give you an attunement necessarily. The energy is still there, but either way, you can definitely hang on today and enjoy and just feel what Reiki feels like for you. Can it help on the physical, mental, and emotional levels? Yes. Is it meant to replace any other kind of treatment? No. I'm grateful for chemotherapy. It saved my life. And I'm grateful for Reiki because it got me through chemotherapy, along with some pretty cool people. Looking at you, Korakar. During the session, I invite you to simply be. If you have an intention that you will experience the Reiki, it'll be there. Go ahead and get comfy, cozy. You can lay down, sit up, whatever feels cozy. You can move around all you need. You can also use this time, rather than just sitting still, if you want to integrate it into your yoga practice, some stretches, writing, music, anything like that. Anything that feels right in this time is absolutely the perfect thing. I will continue sending this healing energy to all of you, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, for a half an hour. At the end, you'll hear my voice come in. I will turn the music down. You'll hear my voice welcome you back to your body. You don't have to come back to your body. You can absolutely stay where you are and take a nice snooze or go right on off to bed. But just calling back for people that would like it. I'll be able to answer questions after we discuss, after we do the Reiki. Also, if you're watching this on a recording and you have questions, check out the website. There's a link in there, or go ahead and click this guy. So yeah, nap time. Definitely nap time. Do I have any thoughts about to share the full moon and the full moon eclipse in Pisces? Full moon eclipse, all about letting go. Letting go of what's not serving, because the universe is going to remove it from your path anyway. So do your best to remove it. So that's why I got a lot of letting go crystals and a lot of like support and heart and healing stones. But that's kind of for all of us. Also, the solar eclipses, traditionally, and we're talking back to like probably pre-written records. Solar eclipses, because the sun is equated with leaders, there's usually a leader that may be deposed or not a leader anymore. All I'm going to say is I really hope King Charles is doing all right, because, you know, cancer stinks. We wish him the best. So everybody go ahead, get nice and cozy, get groovy. I'm going to turn the lights down. You're going to notice them moving slowly and gently through several different colors, but at no point will they flash or strobe, so you're good there. So go ahead, get cozy. We will be doing the Reiki until about 25 after, so 30 minutes from now. Again, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the music. If you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked in the bottom of the description. And enjoy the healing. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start to come back. You can move your fingers and toes if that helps. If you're just staying here to sleep, just enjoy, and I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. And Nico, we did have crystals in for all of those things. So, sorry you were late, but I'm glad that you were here. Oh, so many nice messages in the chat. Thank you, everyone. The gratitudes were especially lovely. You're so welcome, Lila Ray. And everyone, if you haven't seen the tarot for all 12 signs, just go ahead and check videos. I made that for September for every sign, so definitely go check out your sun, moon, and rising if you happen to know all three. Thank you, Shellbell. I hope you have a safe and productive week too. I really need to be productive this week too. You're welcome, Flower, and everyone in your home. All the best to your son, Lila Ray. I'm going to start getting ready to leave y'all for the evening. Know that I will be back on Friday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Oh, I'm glad you liked the tarot, Shellbell. Thank you. I had so much fun doing it. You're welcome, Renee. Yeah, definitely a bumpy month, but a very necessary month. If I could summarize it in, what could we do with it, I would say, if you feel like you're dragging it behind you, let it go. Yes, happy full moon to you too, Lemon Sapphire. Yep, happy full moon. Full moons, I usually let energy go, let things go, and then on the new moon, plant those seeds. So have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Definitely subscribe with notifications on, because I do sometimes pop on just because world events or no reason at all. So you'll want to get notified. But enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for being here. Take care and bye for now.